This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show in about an hour.
It's Tuesday, December 10th. Happy birthday, Melvil Dewey.
Melvil Dewey. Melvil Dewey. Happy birthday, Melvil Dewey.
Melvil.
Oh, happy birthday, Melvil.
Melvil Dewey.
Yeah. Love your system.
Brooke Steinberg made it all up.
Yeah, and we get to the root of it. And I'm telling you, she doesn't get to control my trends. Brooke.
A rundown of the requirements for a Hallmark Christmas movie. We've arrived at the fantasy football playoffs.
And you're in fourth.
Third.
Fourth.
Third.
There's 4 players. You're in last.
Third.
You're in fourth.
Third. I determined that Josh's dream was super sweet.
It really was just getting milk.
No, it's just it's so nice.
It's just getting milk.
Is it appropriate to buy your own Christmas gifts around Christmas time?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I watched a 1987 movie all by myself.
Yay.
Sad.
No.
Disposable cameras are so in right now.
So hip.
Don't forget chestnuts and tortillas.
What does that mean?
Listen and find out.
Okay.
There's an art to alphabetization.
Alphabetization.
Alphabetization?
That's it.
Alphabetization.
That's a big word.
And I have loads of self-control.
Prove it.
No, later.
You have none.
I have none.
You've none.
I've none.
Thanks for listening to our show. If you want to hear it live, you can. Every weekday morning on Classy 97 and on the free Classy 97 app. Download that in your app store. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Rate the show. Give us a thumbs up. Set notifications to on. And enjoy today's show.
Here's today's show.
Here it is. Hey, good morning.
Hey.
What do you want to talk about?
Stuff.
Oh, okay. What kind of stuff?
Just,
Like the stuff inside of an Oreo?
Sure.
Stoof?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stoof?
Yeah.
Why do you call it stoof?
Because the way they spell it,
How do they spell it?
like stoof. How do you spell stuff?
S-T-U-F-F.
Take off one F.
That's really how they spell it?
Stoof.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. It's Oreo stoof.
It says double stuffed.
Stoofed.
Stoof. It is stoof.
It's stoof.
Double stoof. Yeah. Oreo.
I don't know why. Maybe they couldn't trademark the word stuff.
Stuff?
So they took one F off, and then they said, it's stoof.
Is stuff trademarked? Look at us learning stuff today.
Yeah.
What did people do without Google?
I'll tell you. And as a matter of fact, we can celebrate it today. I was really struggling. But today is Dewey Decimal System Day.
Dewey Decimal.
So
hey,
that's what people did.
They used the Dewey Decimal.
That's
You're right.
right.
Listen, that was a great idea. Whoever had the Dewey Decimal System,
Sure.
fantastic idea. Now, kids will never, ever, ever have to know, kids these days, they'll never know the pain of pulling out one of those trays.
A card file?
And then
Yeah.
do a card shuffle thing. You can make a noise for that. I know it.
I like what you did. Was pretty good. Here's the thing. The Dewey Decimal System honors the birthday of, what's the guy's name?
Dewey.
Yeah, last name's Dewey. First name?
Decimal.
Nope.
Decimal Dewey.
No, his name is not Decimal Dewey. The man who invented the Dewey Decimal System, his last name is Dewey. He was born in 1851. He created the system to make libraries more efficient.
Melvil.
It's Melvil Dewey. You were never going to guess Melvil.
No, I wasn't. Decimal. I like decimal. Decimal Dewey.
Hey, I'm Decimal
the
Dewey.
Dewey Decimal
Creator
System.
of the Dewey Decimal System. Decimal Dewey. Nope, his name is Melvil.
Good job, Melvil. You've made a really good invention. It's not used anymore. I mean, it is.
Oh,
it's just not a card
everything is
file.
still put that way.
It's
yeah,
just not
sure.
card filed.
Yeah.
Good job, bud. That was a good invention. Well done. Well done, Melvil. Do you think his mom said that? Melvil.
Melvil.
Good job, bud.
Melvil Dewey. How about that? And we didn't think we had anything to talk about this early in
Look
the
at
morning.
us. talking about Melvil.
Melvil Dewey. Happy birthday, bud.
It sounds like a disease. Like
you came down with Melvil Dewey.
No.
Oh, no.
No, that's not his legacy.
No, not at all. It's numbers with the dot and more numbers after it.
He was a chief librarian. I want to be a chief librarian. Doesn't that sound like a cool title? Chief librarian, Melvil Dewey.
Melvil Dewey, chief librarian. That's what he says when he hands you his business card. Melvil Dewey, chief librarian. Nice to meet you. You need to find anything in here? I'm your guy. Good morning. It's Josh and Chantel.
Do you know what I mean when I say, hey, it's time to start living by airport rules?
No, I don't know if I do.
Could you take a guess?
Could I take a guess as to, well, the airport rules, now there's security stuff, there's arriving early, there's...
No.
I'm trying to think what you're talking about.
We don't know anything about airport rules. This is what we found out.
Okay.
Here's what we know. Airport rules is this new trend that's happening, and it's just a way of saying, like, there's no rules. Like, if you're flying somewhere,
okay,
you wear the most comfy clothes.
Oh, sure.
You eat whatever you want to eat in the airport.
Yeah.
While you're waiting for your flight. So the new trend, people are doing this in their regular life to kind of escape from reality, to kind of take it easy, to relax.
Uh-huh.
So they're doing kind of whatever they want. They're eating pizza for breakfast. They're wearing pajamas all day. They're sleeping in. They're watching whatever is on TV. Basically, anything goes. Do whatever you want to do. There's no rules. There's no societal rules.
There's a lot of rules in an airport. There's a lot of structure at an airport. There's a lot of security and restrictions on sizes of things and extra fees for stuff.
I didn't name the trend. I'm just telling you what's happened.
Here, let's talk just about airport etiquette. Arrive early. Respect the cues, as in lines.
What'd I just say?
Mind your volume. Avoid overcrowding. Don't ignore hygiene.
This one is ignore
minimize
your hygiene.
Smelly food. Respect personal space.
Listen, we've been doing our own version of airport rules for years. Occasionally, we have what we call a no-shower Sunday. And it's you just lounge about. You just lounge about. I like our name better than airport rules because you're right. The airport has a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read a little bit more about this.
Somebody explains airport rules. Money means nothing and the time of day means nothing.
Yeah, this is made up.
It's not made up.
It's totally made up.
Who made it up?
I'll tell you who made it up. Brooke Steinberg made it up when she wrote the article for the New York Post yesterday. That's when Brooke Steinberg said, people are embracing airplane rules for everyday life, and money doesn't matter, and do whatever you want. She just made this up because her job was to write an article for the New York Post. And she went, what am I going to write about? And then she went, well, people like being cozy. I guess I'll write about that. That's it. That's what she did. She made it up.
When I Google it, it's exactly what comes up.
That's why I had to figure out the source of this. This is ridiculous, and it's made up by Brooke Steinberg. Let's see what else Brooke has written on the New York Post.
Brooke, he is calling you out.
Listen, you want to know what else Brooke writes?
What else?
Well, she covers everything from bizarre food trends to canine couture.
Oh no, Brooke.
She's a puff piece writer. That's fine. Good for you, Brooke. You want to know her latest article?
Yes.
More airline stuff. Biggest changes coming to airlines in 2025. New baggage fees, carry-on policies. This lady's got a thing for airports.
She's written 2 stories.
Do you want to know what? I'll bet she's going to be flying somewhere for Christmas, and she's thinking about it. I like being cozy. I should write an article about that. You know what else she wrote about?
What?
Black plastic kitchen utensils may be poisoning you. Should you throw them out? I don't know, Brooke. Should we? She's also got a couple articles about McDonald's, something about Grimace fans, something about bringing back a fan fave menu item.
A fan fave?
Yeah, with a cult following. I bet I can guess it's the little wraps.
All right. We get it.
Oh, hold on. December 5th. Don't wear this popular outfit on a flight.
What is it?
Obsessed with airplanes. I don't know. Go follow Brooke. She'll tell you all about it.
Brooke Steinberg.
Brooke Steinberg. Airport expert. Thanks, Brooke.
Airport expert. Whip.
Just saying. Check your sources. That's not a real thing. Brooke made it up.
You check your sources.
I did.
How many Hallmark Christmas movies have you seen this season?
0.
I haven't seen any either. How sad. That's pretty sad. Yeah. I was trying to find a Christmas movie last night. I specifically did not want ones that we've already seen.
Yeah.
There's always like the 10 staples, right?
Sure.
That you see. And I didn't want a Hallmark one. So I found one, and it had Christina Applegate in it, and it had Ben Affleck in it.
I never saw Christina Applegate.
I woke up. I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and I was like, oh, there she is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it had Catherine O'Hara in it, too.
I didn't ever see her.
She was the mom. She was at the very beginning.
I saw her. That's right. I remember that. What was that movie called?
It was called Surviving Christmas.
Yeah, and I was pretty sure
it was terribly written.
It came out in 2004. We were reading the list of cast before the show, and then all of a sudden Ben Affleck was in it, and I went, "What's Ben doing?"
Yeah, we didn't.
And you were like, "I didn't even see his name in the credits." James Gandolfini is in there.
It's not great. It's not a great movie.
It wasn't bad, and then as I was watching it, I was like, "I'm pretty sure I've seen this before."
It's kind of terribly written.
It came out in 2004, so it's a 20-year-old movie. It's a classic.
Okay, here's what you can expect to find in almost every Hallmark Christmas movie.
Okay.
Do you want to try and take a guess?
A small town. A big city lady goes back to her small town for Christmas.
No, that's not even on this list.
I feel like that's the main plot.
Okay, yeah, that's the plot. But here's what you're going to find. A Christmas tree lighting, typically on Christmas Eve.
Sure.
You're going to find...
But she's also a reporter from the big city who went to cover a Christmas tree lighting and couldn't make it because of a snowstorm. So she got stuck in the small town where they were doing a Christmas lighting. And she went, I'm going to cover this small town Christmas tree lighting instead. But also I fell in love with a guy.
And then all the small town folk are like, don't do a story about our small Christmas tree lighting because we don't want everybody to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you're going to have a Santa look-alike. Then you're going to have a woman falling off a ladder into a handsome fella.
All right.
I've never fallen off a ladder into a handsome fella.
It's because you climb ladders when I'm not around. And then I go, quit climbing ladders when I'm not around. It's a safety thing.
Then you're going to have a character named Nick, Chris, or Kringle. Then you're going to have a pageant, a parade, or a fun-filled festival.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have snow that doesn't cover the car or the streets.
But it's falling.
Cute animals.
Okay.
And a Christmas music sing-along or caroling.
Is that a thing? Do they really bring a Christmas sing-along into every show?
Typically they do, it says. Let's see. What else do they have? Cups of cocoa that are rarely, if ever, drank.
Sure.
Shopping, red and green wardrobes. And last but not least, love.
Of course. You got to have that. You've got to have that.
You had a game that we were going to play, and you haven't pulled out that game yet.
The game is the Hallmark Christmas movie game, and it works where we kind of go back and forth. I give you
the title,
the plot summary.
Oh, okay.
And you have to guess the name of the movie.
Okay. Let's play that.
All right. Well, let me put together some of the plots. I'll find the site that has all the plots on it, and we can pick a few, and then we'll play the game.
I'm terrible at this game. We played this a little bit last year.
Yeah.
I was bad at it last year too.
It doesn't mean you will be
fine.
this time.
I know. Maybe I've gotten better.
Maybe. Here's a story. It comes to us from Kent, England, where a 4-year-old named Elliot is nearing the end of his leukemia treatments, which is good news. That's good news, yeah. After months of going in and out of children's hospitals, Elliot is now enjoying some more hobbies. He just started playing soccer, which is cool.
Good job, Elliot.
Yeah. But he has not forgotten the challenges of being in a hospital, and he wanted to spread some holiday cheer to kids who haven't quite gotten out of the hospital yet.
Aww.
And so last year, his family started delivering Advent calendars to hospitals. They would go buy different ones and then drop them off, which is kind of a fun little thing. This year, he and his mom organized a toy drive through an Amazon wish list and kind of promoted that and said, hey, if you want to help us out, you can buy something off this list and it's all going to be donated. Well, they ended up with like 400 different gifts getting purchased. And so they went to 3 different children's hospitals and delivered all of these gifts to kids that are in the hospitals. I think it's really cool. It's pretty fun. Elliot said the reception from the parent, I don't think Elliot said this. This had to have been the mom.
The reception.
That's why I went, no, Elliot didn't say this. The mom said the reception from the parents was brilliant. The nurses were all amazed by how many gifts there were. We brought in these huge crates of presents on dolly carts and delivered presents, which is really cool.
That is cool.
She did say of Elliot that he is so special. He's a very kind little boy. He's quite outgoing considering everything that he's been through, and you would never think that anything was ever up with him. He's quite strong-willed and just powers through. So way to go, Elliot.
Way to go,
Congratulations
Elliot and Mom.
on wrapping up your treatments. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what a great thing to do for kids that are
Struggling.
in that situation. Just awesome. So way to go.
That's a good story, Josh.
It's good news to get you going is what it is.
Hey.
What?
I
don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, fine.
This is my impression of you
I don't
for the
sound like
past
that.
6 weeks.
For one,
I don't want to even talk about it.
we're going to talk about it now.
Why?
I won fantasy football this week.
Yeah, I
by
know.
a long way.
Oh, man. Come on.
By about 40 points.
38.
38 points. I said by about 40 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What about it?
Feels pretty good.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does. I think you thought that you had it in the bag.
No, I
think
did not.
You thought you were like going to sweep.
Nope. I didn't, and I never have. All right, here's the standings because I was curious how this was going to turn out.
Yeah.
You have a 1-game winning streak, which is
Yeah.
a big deal. Good for you.
Thank you.
You are in 4th in the league.
I know. I was in first.
Our son, who was not doing well,
I know.
is in 1st in the league
I
out
know.
of nowhere. He's won the last 5 weeks in a row. He is now 8-6. You are 6-8. Both Emery and I are 7-7, tied for 2nd place. I have lost
So I'm
3 in
technically
a
in
3 in a
third.
row. No, you're
Yeah.
in 4th because there is no 3rd.
I'm in third.
No,
Yeah.
because one of us will take 3rd.
You guys are in second currently.
We're
though.
tied for 2nd.
Tied for second. So that makes me third.
Which means, no, it doesn't. It
Yes,
makes
it
you
does.
4th because
No.
whenever one of us loses 2nd place, we go to 3rd.
But
and
you're
still
both in third
4th.
right now.
We're
When
both
one
in
of you
2nd.
loses and goes to third, I'll be in fourth. But right now I'm in third.
It says 1, 2, 2, 4.
It doesn't matter. I'm in third.
You're
I'm in-
not.
Just like him.
No, you're in 4th.
I'm in
there are
third
4
place.
teams. There are 4 teams. You're last.
I'm
That's
in third
4.
place.
Okay. Whatever it takes to get you to be comfortable with being in 4th place, I guess. So we move into the playoffs now. And as we move into into the first week of playoffs, you are playing against our son because you are in fourth. Nope. You're in fourth.
There.
So you will be playing against the team in first. So
Okay.
you'll be playing against back in the
no problem.
in the first round. And I will be playing against our daughter in the first round. And then it will be determined whoever wins from these two games this week moves on to the winner's bracket for round 2.
Well, we're all going to go there because there's only 4 of us.
Nope. There's only 2 that move on.
Oh, really? No.
Now, in leagues,
I want to move on.
Listen, in leagues that have more than 4 teams in them, only the top teams make it. Like, there are people today waking up done with fantasy football because they didn't make it to the playoffs.
Oh, no. I'm sorry for those people.
Right. We only have 4 teams in our league, so everybody makes it to the playoffs.
I don't want to be done with fantasy. It's been kind of fun.
Has it?
So, yes.
Well, there's at least 2 weeks for you. That's what you have to look forward to.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions, hasn't it?
For some. For others, it's been pretty even keel the whole season. But there are some of us in the league, the one who's in fourth, for example.
Third.
See? It's a roller coaster of emotions.
I'm sorry. Roller coaster of, you're saying you haven't had any roller coaster of emotions?
No, I've been pretty steady.
You
Yeah.
who hated it at the beginning because you were losing so much and you had to build your roster how many times, Josh? Don't even come at me with that. Some of us
and
have
I'm
had
tied
emotions.
for second.
I'm so mad at you right now. I hope
What?
you lose the whole thing.
You've hoped I lose the whole thing from week 1. What are you talking about? That's not a new thing. All of a sudden, you're like, no, I hope I win it. Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I had Lamar Jackson as my quarterback. He's on a bye week, and so I was nervous about who to pick up as a quarterback this week. I picked up Joe Burrow from
Fine
the Bengals.
Pick. Yeah, fine pick.
He did good.
Yeah.
He performed for me yesterday. He did real good. In fact, he did better than Jalen Hurts, your quarterback. And that's what pushed me over the line. How about it?
How about it?
So now I go, do I keep Joe Burrow
Oh.
or do I put in Lamar?
I will give you 0 tips. So, good luck. Welcome to the playoffs.
Jerk.
You are a raccoon. You and I were at the grocery store the other day, and it occurred to me that I was having not a deja vu moment, but more of like a moment where I couldn't remember if it was real or not.
Okay.
And so I just asked a question, and you just said, no, that didn't happen in real life. I went, okay, must have been a dream. And it was simple. We had cookies.
In the dream?
In the dream. And we wanted to have milk with our cookies. And so we were at the store, and I said, do we have milk? And you said, I don't think so. And I said, well, let's just get a half gallon. And that was really the majority of the dream.
Wow.
I don't remember much more than that. But for some reason, you said, that is so sweet. You dreaming about our future?
Well,
And I said, well, is it? I
Yeah,
don't know.
because-
Like, in your head, what were you thinking?
because you also said when we were at the store in your dream and you asked me, do we have milk? And I said, no. And you said, well, let's get some, but let's just get a half gallon because
Right.
it's just going to be you and me.
I don't know if I said that.
You did.
I don't know if I did.
You did.
But you in your head said, he's dreaming about growing old.
Yeah.
And then the kids we're empty nesters, and
That's why
and we
I
need
said
milk,
that.
but we only need a half a gallon
Yeah,
so we
you
don't
said
waste it
that.
because the two of us won't drink a whole gallon
You
in the
said
time it
that.
expires. This is not, all of this was filled in by your brain.
No.
Yo. All I said was,
You said-
did I say that we needed to get a half gallon of milk? Because I can't figure out if that was reality or not.
We never buy a half gallon of
I
milk.
know. That's why I thought it
And
was
that's
weird.
why you said, let's just get a half gallon because it's just the two of us. And I said, oh, That's so sweet. I didn't invent that in my head.
You kind of did.
I did not.
Yeah.
No way, bro.
Yeah, because I have no idea if we had the kids at home. It was a dream.
If we had the kids at home, we
made
would have gotten a
sense.
full gallon.
Would we have?
Why are you trying to crush
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to bring it back into reality.
I am in reality.
And in reality, I'm dreaming about
You
growing
had a
old.
sweet dream of us growing old together.
Yeah, I
eating
did.
Cookies and milk.
You're right,
and
I
that's
did.
adorable. That's so sweet. Thanks. And now you're trampling all on it. It's nice. Real nice.
It was
Nope.
dream.
Real nice, Josh. You were about to be the best husband, and now you're the worst.
Whatever. That is not true. I just really wasn't sure if that's what actually happened. I don't know if we were empty nesters alone or if we just didn't want to share cookies. And we thought, no, this is just you and me. We're going to eat them in the car. I really don't know.
Either way, that's sweet.
Okay, well, cookies and milk is the majority of the dream. All of the other stuff, you weren't even in my head when I dreamt it, so I don't know what to tell you.
There I was, all by myself, Sunday night, nothing to do, and I say, I'm going to watch a movie. And then I notice that there's an old movie that I loved growing up, one of my all-time favorites, and I say, I'm going to watch this. And I can't wait for my family to watch this with me. When I tell my family, do you guys want to watch this movie with me? It's hilarious. And everyone says, no thanks. And then I sit on the couch.
I don't think anybody ever said no thanks. I think everybody just ignored the text message you sent to their family.
I asked in person,
Oh.
and everyone said no thank you. And then I said, maybe they'll change their minds. So I turned it on, full blast, thinking, sounds will come and get them. The sounds of the hilarious movie will come and get them. About 20 minutes in, I'm sitting there by myself, and I sent a text, and I said, hey, I'm watching this movie if anybody wants to come watch.
Nobody showed up.
No response.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even text me at all to say, no, thank you.
We'd
Just
already told you we weren't interested in it.
So rude.
You picked a movie from 1987.
Yes.
It's
Adventures
a fine
in
movie.
Babysitting.
Yeah, it's a fine movie.
It's one of the
I
best.
get the babysitter blues. Yeah, I've seen it. It came out in 1987.
I know, that movie is awesome.
And I'm glad that you felt like you wanted to watch it again.
Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sure.
Did you know that they made a remake of Adventures in Babysitting in
2016?
Yeah.
It said.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I was trying to see details about it was a made-for-TV movie in 2016. Instead of the babysitter blues, it looks like it has a hip-hop moment.
You cannot do that.
This is a different story.
Is it?
Two teen rival babysitters, Jenny and Lola, team up to hunt down one of the kids who accidentally runs away into the big city with no supervision.
OMG. No, that looks terrible. That movie looks terrible.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a fun movie, might I recommend Adventures in Babysitting 1987. Brenda gets lost in the bus station. She doesn't have her glasses.
Oh, no.
There's hijinks that ensue.
Babysitter blues.
And listen, it's on Disney Plus. When I turned it on, it had a big thing that said, this movie has been edited. And I went, what?
Yeah.
Why did they edit this? They took out some bad language.
Okay.
So the bad language is gone, which as a kid, when I watched that movie, I loved the bad language.
Oh, really?
But if you're a parent and you're like, I remember there's some bad language. There was only 3 bad words.
I see.
They're gone.
So they took out a lot of the real bad stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing they changed?
Yeah, that was it. They just took out the bad words.
Well, okay. Good on them.
Which, if you're a parent, you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
If you're a kid, you're like, oh, man.
I was going to hear some words.
As an adult,
yeah.
I was like, no, that's not what they say there.
Uh-huh. Did the mouth keep moving, but they overdubbed the word?
I don't remember.
Probably something like that.
Attention.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it by yourself,
By
though.
myself.
It's fine.
Sure wish I could have shared it with someone.
Here we go.
We were out doing some shopping last weekend, and I found something, and I said, ooh, I'm going to buy this for my own self.
Because that's how it works this time of year. You go, I'll buy this for me.
Because I know no one else is going to buy it for me.
Oh, come on. What you bought for yourself goes along with the last gift that I said, that's not a great gift idea. It's a great go buy it for yourself idea.
And
so
I
is
did.
this. No, I know.
It was $5.
I think our daughter was more upset that you bought it for yourself than anybody else. I don't think myself or our son really were like, okay, cool for you.
Our son doesn't care about anything.
Well, I know, but both of us just went neat. But she went, that's a gift idea, and you bought it for yourself.
No, I think she was excited because then she could also use it.
Well, there is that.
I think that's what she was the most excited about.
You found a $5 bamboo bath tray.
Yes.
That goes across the bath, and it'll hold a candle and
it'll hold anything
drink
you want it to.
And your
phone. It can hold Yeah. It's just a tray. It's got a little insert where you can put your phone.
I'm telling you, your phone's ending up in the bath.
No, it isn't. Dude.
It's a flimsy piece of bamboo wood. It's less than 4 inches wide. That thing is going in the drink.
It's not. It's pretty inserted in there. My phone's going to be so secure.
Right. Until you move and hit it with your knees, and then that thing goes bloomp. It's going to happen.
It's not, because I'm careful.
By the end of the week, there will be an update on this bath tray, and you'll go, well, it happened. It fell in the tub.
No. I promise you, I'm so careful. Nothing's going to happen.
I'm telling
you.
You're playing with fate.
You don't know me at all if you think my phone's going in the tub.
Your phone's going in the tub.
No, it isn't.
It's going in the tub.
I can't wait to use it. I think Emery used the bath tray last night.
Did she give you any feedback?
No, I forgot to ask. I don't know if she used it or not, but I'll have to ask. She used my Christmas present before I even got to use it. The nerve.
Your Christmas present you bought yourself.
Yeah, because nobody else will buy me
present. That is not true. You get plenty of Christmas gifts, and people love you, and stuff happens. I don't know why you're playing this poor, pitiful me, no Christmas card. I don't even know what's going on. No one will buy you a bath pillow because that's a go buy it yourself item.
Then just buy it for me. I just want somebody to buy it for me. That's all. It's fine. It's fine. I grabbed that bath tray and you looked at me like, oh, you don't need that. Yes, I do need that. Yes, I will use that.
All right.
I can't wait to get out my bath tray.
You know what it seems like to me?
What?
I'm going to have to move out of the way to shower.
You don't even use that shower.
Sometimes there's a handful of times since we've lived in that house, I've probably showered in the upstairs shower 5 times. I don't like that shower.
I do.
I don't like the shower head. Ugh. I don't care for it.
Okay, well then don't complain about my bath tray.
We don't have a mat in there. It's a slippery tub situation. That's dangerous. You need a slip mat. You're gonna fall down.
Not if I'm sitting in the tub.
Ugh, bath water. Gross. I don't like baths.
Then leave my bath tray alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move to shower upstairs.
No, let me have my joys in life.
Ugh, bath water. Gross.
Our daughter has on her Christmas list a disposable camera, which I think is fascinating because she has at her fingertips a camera.
That's right. On your phone.
It's a digital camera. She can take as many pictures as she wants. She can delete as many pictures as she wants. And it's completely free.
It's got to be an aesthetic thing, right? Like there's a vintage sort of look and feel to it. That's the only thing I can figure out.
I know. And then we're looking at them, and it was $20 for one disposable camera. And then you have to figure out where is going to develop them. And I know there are places that develop them, but it's not like there used to be on every street corner a 1 hour.
Every street corner.
There was a 1 hour photo printing place.
Sure. And
now they don't. I think you have to ship it in somewhere and then have your pictures shipped back.
I think you're right. I don't know that there's a local film developer like there used to be.
And then also, you get your pictures back, and then heads are chopped off.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And things are blurry, or there's a fingerprint in the way.
I think that's the point. The point is that it's harder to come by. It's not like it used to be the thing. Now digital photos are the thing, and nobody ever prints anything, and you just end up with, all of this digital storage locker of photos.
Yeah.
Where, we used to have tangible photographs in hand. And I think there's a desire to have that again. Plus, there's something about that windy little noise, the charging the flash, that little high-pitched thing, and then clicking it and having it mechanically go chunk, and then I know.
It's crazy.
I don't understand it either.
And then you get, 10 photos?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you get.
Right.
And then you're done. Then your camera's done. Develop.
And it probably costs how much you think to develop film?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I got to look that up. Is there a thing on the camera that says what to do? I don't even know.
We didn't even look.
I don't know. I'm going to have to research or something.
How funny.
I know.
What a funny
It's got to be nostalgic because
it has to be.
Even walking around, I told you we were on vacation. We were in San Diego in the spring, and I saw people walking around with old 80s and 90s video cameras hanging from their hips and literally on a lanyard so that they can film old looking stuff. There's a nostalgic look to it that you can't achieve without that. And I get that from a camera perspective. The disposable thing is interesting to me. But an old 35 millimeter camera, they still make the film.
I get that.
You can still get it.
But film is so good these days. I look at old pictures and old video, and nothing is clear. The color is not sharp. Use today's technology. It's so much better. I don't understand, Josh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different places online. I'm looking. There's a bunch
that will develop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
They're like, just mail in your camera. Just drop
mail it in.
Yeah, just mail it in.
And then how much is it? I mean, you have to mail it in, obviously, so there's the cost of that.
And then
how
your
much
prints.
is it to print?
So, whatever it is for your prints.
And then how long does it take to come back?
These guys are like, we'll do it in like 1 to 2 days. Upon receiving it.
I have some old film. I wonder if it's still good. But I need to ship it in and get it printed.
We could build a dark room and get the chemicals and just do it ourselves.
We could.
There's always that.
There is always that. I'm not going to do that. Let's just mail it in. Let's just do that. That seems like a better option.
All right. I'm trying to see, obviously there's places you can print. I'm trying to see if there are places you can actually develop in the
locally
area. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to find out.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. I'll get back to you.
Oh, we're all going to be waiting.
No, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it later.
I often joke that I am like a toddler. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Meaning, you could tell me something. If I don't write it down or I don't put a reminder in my phone, forget it. Forget it.
So what'd you forget? What'd you forget? What's the toddler move today?
Well, on my phone this morning, I got a reminder that said simply chestnuts and tortillas.
Okay.
And I went,
So you're supposed to put the chestnuts in the bowl of water.
Soak.
Did that happen?
Yes.
What?
I know, because I got the reminder on my phone.
Big deal. And then I know what the tortillas were for, but we ended up doing something different. So the tortilla note carries over to tomorrow?
I brought the tortillas because I knew I would forget, and I didn't want to take another reminder in my phone. I didn't want to put another one. So I brought the tortillas today, and I'll just save them for
next week
when we need them. Yeah. Are we going to tell what the tortillas are for? Okay. It is not
We should do that tortilla challenge.
The tortilla challenge?
Yeah.
We should.
Smack your face with a tortilla. That's a timely trend.
I brought 2 tortillas. One for you, one for me.
You just want to smack me with a tortilla.
Kind of.
Rude.
It doesn't hurt.
You don't know.
I do know because I've played the tortilla challenge before.
Yeah, and I didn't unleash the tortilla on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when you say it doesn't hurt, yeah, because I was being gentle.
Because you were being gentle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to full force tortilla you to the face.
Do it.
No.
I dare you.
No.
I can handle it.
No.
And then I get to retaliate in return.
And that would be like a fly landing on me.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
You don't even know the strength that I possess.
I know the strength you possess. It is not in your tortilla flinging abilities.
We're going to have a tortilla challenge, aren't we?
No.
Aren't we?
No?
Yes?
No?
We're going to.
You don't even know.
I got to unleash some Christmas angst.
Oh, okay. Through tortilla.
I just thought it was hilarious that in my phone, my reminder was chestnuts and tortillas.
Mm-hmm. And I knew what both of them were without you explaining it. So you've communicated enough about the things you need to get done in your phone list. I could have reminded you.
But you don't.
No, because I forgot.
Yeah, because you always forget. Because you don't put anything and you don't write anything down, so you forget everything.
It's better that way.
No.
Yeah, because then people go, remember I said that thing? And I go, no.
Me. Remember when I said to remind you of that thing?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't remember that happening at all.
We can't tell you about what the tortillas are for because it has to be a secret for the office. Shh, I've said too much.
Quiet down. How many people can keep a secret?
One. There are
it's
2
not
of us.
Chantel.
No, I am a terrible secret teller.
You want to know what annoys me?
What?
Well, you and I play a game, and we have for a long time, like a band name game. And the band name game rules are pretty simple. It works like categories. We pick a letter. This is usually when we're on a road trip and we need something to entertain ourselves. And we'll pick a letter, and we'll just go back and forth on band names until we can't think of any more, and then we move on. But we always have the rule that our band names that we pick have to be categorized the same way they would be at a record store.
Correct.
And so when a band starts with the word the is excluded. They don't show up under T. They show up under the name of the band after the word the, for example.
Yes.
Tom Petty would be under P for Petty, for example, not under T for Tom.
Well, but if it's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
See, and this is where we get into conversations, and this is how the game goes every time. So you and I browsing through a record store the other day stumbled across the fact that no one knows how to do this anymore.
No one knows how to alphabetize.
And I don't know if people just don't zone these sections of the stores or what, but nothing is organized.
No, we were looking for some vinyls, some records, and forget about it.
Yeah,
it's a
disaster.
So the first problem was that they had dividers.
Yeah.
So there was an A, a B, a C, and a D. And typically, from my experience, you put the C's behind the C divider.
So that would be the beginning of the C's.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
But they had put everything in front of. So it was records, the divider for A, records, the
which
divider
started
for
with
B.
Yeah.
So they put all of the stuff in
and maybe
front
that's
of the
just
divider.
because of the way the shelf is. Like, because
Maybe.
the shelf starts down low and goes up, maybe that's why they're doing it that way.
I don't know.
And so maybe you're thinking about it, like maybe you need to start at the top and work your way down. Like the divider's at the top of the shelf.
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
It didn't make any
sense. It's a disaster.
to me.
It's got to be better. But, when we had record stores in the olden days, back in my day.
CDs,
cassettes, records, whatever it was big tables and everything was flat. So it wasn't elevated like
that's
that.
Not true.
The ones that I went to were.
They were the ones I went to were elevated. They had stuff. Even within the alphabetized section, though, like the C section.
Yeah.
And maybe it is because people just put stuff back and they don't care about. It was like DE followed by DA.
Yeah.
Nobody was alphabetizing. And that was driving me crazy.
It's impossible to find stuff.
That would be the first thing I would do. If I was in charge of that section, I'd be like, first job of the day, organizing the records, alphabetizing. Because that gives me great satisfaction.
I know. And then every time somebody walked into your section, you would be hawk-eyeing them.
I would.
You'd be like, watching where they put the bag. You put that back right.
DA goes in front of DE.
Yep.
Sir. Thank you.
Learn how the alphabet works. I could see you. You'd be the alphabetize czar, liaison, whatever the word is. You would be the person who you'd be smacking hands.
Yeah.
Put that back.
Put it back correctly.
I also want them to bring back the listening stations. I really enjoyed being able to grab a CD or anything and put on the headphones, scan it, and listen to 30 or 40 seconds or whatever of the songs on that record.
You can do that on your phone now, can't you?
Now, I know, but there's an experience of doing it at the record store.
I get it.
I miss places like Sam Goody and Hastings and things like that. There were good things that were going on when you could walk into a store dedicated to music, and then they all became dedicated to novelty, and that was a bad move. That was a bad business decision. Whoever decided, let's step away from music and start carrying all of this kitschy display stuff, you screwed it up.
Kitschy display stuff
But that started to take over all of the inventory. So you were getting way more of that stuff and way less focus on the music.
Yeah.
And that was the bad move.
I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Also, let's do some alphabetizing.
Okay. Let's work on it. A, and then AA, and then AB.
You got it.
And then AC.
That's it.
Right. And the numbers go before all of it.
That's true.
Right. And those go in numerical order.
You get it.
I know.
Let's teach the world.
I have an alphabetized wall of CDs. You'd be very proud.
I am very proud.
I know you are.
And I can find everything with ease because I also can alphabetize.
Here's my conundrum, though, with my CDs on the wall.
What?
Should I alphabetize by artist and then by album title? Or should I alphabetize by artist and release date?
Oh, see? I think release date. I think you do artist and then release date. I don't think you alphabetize the name of the album. I think you organize the album by the release date. First to last.
Oldest to newest.
Yes, correct.
So the oldest would be on top.
Yes.
As I work my way down to the newest album.
Yes.
Interesting theory.
What would you do?
I just have them sorted by artist. I haven't been able to make that decision.
I think release
So
date,
they're just in there in no order other than by artist. Because
so dangerous.
I can't make that decision.
I think it's release date. It has to be.
I'll think about redoing it. I don't know if I have the time.
Just do it. It'll feel so much better. If
Will
you do
it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
You'll feel so organized.
I feel pretty organized right now. It's not troubling me at all.
Okay.
I honestly can't be bothered. That's really what it comes down to. I did the effort years ago to put them in alphabetical order. I think I'm pretty good.
For now. Maybe I'll go in there and do it for you.
No, because I also have all the comedies. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Year in review. Here's your year in review of music.
Everybody
that you've
does
to.
it.
Yeah, all
and
of these.
I like the
memes
memes that are popping up about the year in reviews. People are making their own.
Okay.
Like somebody made one for like LimeWire.
Okay.
They're like, my LimeWire downloads of the year. Like stuff like that. I think those are funny.
So the Google Photos, we use Google Photos.
Yeah.
It did one of those as well. It was like a year of review of photos.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Which was kind of interesting. I took 395 photos this year.
Really?
That equals out to 10 rolls of film.
Where
we were
do
just
you
talking
get
about
that?
film. in your photo thing?
I'm in there. I don't see it.
Okay, I'll show you in just a minute. Then it tells me who I smiled most with.
And?
Look who that is.
It's this guy. That's me. Let's go.
We shared 107 smiles in 2024.
How about
then
that?
It'll tell you who your all-star cast is. So
Okay.
It was you, Emery, Beck, and my sister. That's who
Okay.
I took the most photos with and of.
All right.
And then it'll tell me your vibes according to
my
your pictures.
vibes.
So my vibes, according to my pictures, are outdoorsy, loves a hug,
Okay.
and culture club member.
What?
I don't know what that means. Okay, I'll show you where to go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to your photo thing.
Yeah.
Click on it.
I'm in there. Thank you. Yes, I know. I'm in the app.
Then, if you go to camera, I think.
No.
I don't know. It was like right up. It's not showing it now because I used it. I played it. So it was right up at the top.
Maybe I swiped it away.
You probably did. Oh, go to your photos.
I'm in my photos.
Like right there. Click on that photos.
I'm in that.
And then it'll say your 2024 photo book.
I don't have that.
Well, sorry.
They must not give.
to
They
you.
must not be giving me one. I even went into memories just to see because that's where they usually show like things that have happened, and
Yeah.
other frames,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I got nothing.
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 See, 2024 recap.
Yeah. Nah.
It's right there.
I don't have it.
I'm sad.
I
for
even
you.
looked up how to do it before I even asked you. I tried to look it up on Google first, and
Yeah.
and they're like, no, you can get your recap if you just go into your featured memories carousel. No, you
Right.
can't. No,
That's
it's
where
not
I
there.
got mine.
Mine's not there.
We'll never know who you shared the most smiles with.
I know why. Because I have a different privacy setting
Ah.
and you don't. In order to get your recap, you must have face groups turned on, which I do not.
Turn your face groups on.
I don't want it on.
Why?
Because then they're scanning my photos for face recognition, and I don't want that setting turned on.
Oh.
So I have a different privacy setting. That's why I don't have a Google photo recap.
I don't even know how I turned that on, quite honestly.
You do you.
I am doing me.
But congrats on your cool photo thing.
Thank you.
It is time to ask that ever-burning question, the one that gets asked every single weekday around this time. It's, would you rather this or that?
Would you rather wrap Christmas presents for hours or make gingerbread houses?
I don't mind either.
I hate both.
All right, so this is one for you.
This is one for me.
Would you rather do the thing or the thing?
I'm going to pick Christmas presents.
You're
going
to
to
wrap
wrapping
Christmas presents for hours.
For hours. You know why?
Why?
Because I can turn on a movie and I can or listen to a podcast
Same.
and I can
Same with gingerbread house.
Yeah, I know, but I get so frustrated by a gingerbread house. The walls never stay up. And then I get frustrated, and then I just want to tear the whole thing apart.
Here's the dealio.
What?
You don't have the patience for a gingerbread house.
Correct.
I made a gingerbread house a couple of years ago.
Uh-huh.
3 years ago or so?
Yeah.
I was very proud of it. I thought it turned out very nice.
You did great. You did a good
I
job.
did individual icing for shingles on the roof.
Yes.
I put a lot of effort into that thing. I thought it turned out very, very well. I was very excited about it. It probably took me 45 minutes maybe.
Uh-huh.
It was not difficult, and I enjoyed the process. And you're saying you would rather wrap Christmas presents for hours.
Correct.
Ugh.
I don't enjoy gingerbread house making.
I will do 45 minutes of gingerbread house over hours of Christmas wrapping.
I don't mind. Like, I hate both of them. Like, neither one of them are very much fun to me. I don't get joy in either one of them. But I feel like the Christmas present wrapping can just turn into a tedious project that you're just going through the motions of. Whereas a gingerbread house, no, forget it. You have to make those walls stand up.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
As long as you do the icing the right consistency and let it harden, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, and I never do that. So
because you have to hold them together so they can harden up.
I know.
So
As
that
we
the
both
stuff
agreed,
can set.
I don't have the patience.
No, you do not.
So I'm going to pick presents.
I'm going to have to change my thought process on a present that I was thinking about getting you for Christmas because of this conversation. Because I just realized you don't have the patience for it. So there's that.
Oh, no.
It's fine. No.
I might have the patience.
No, you don't.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
I'm not telling you. No.
Please.
No. How many people can keep a secret? This guy. That's it. In this room, one guy. Anyway, would you rather this or that? How's your pen tapping going over there? Pretty good?
Yeah, good.
Okay,
Why?
Good. Hey, speaking of things that are really super good, we have a listener of the show who decided that we needed to have some chocolates and delivered a delicious box of chocolates. At least I think they were delicious because, well, I had one.
I left you all the good ones.
No, listen, here's what happened. This box of chocolates went home and sat on the piano. And I walked by the other day and I went, oh, yeah, I want to try some of this. And so I opened up the lid and there were 3 left.
No, there were more than 3.
There were 3 left.
More than 3. There weren't many, but there were certainly more than 3.
There were 3.
There were more than 3.
There was a peanut butter one, there was a lemon one, and there was a raspberry one.
There were more than 3 because I also had more.
Oh, and a coconut one.
Ooh,
You're
yeah.
right. There were 4. And I said, well, of these 4 choices, I'll try the raspberry one. And it was nice. It was good. Wonder how all the rest of them were.
Okay.
Who got into them? Who got into these chocolates?
Here's what I know. I'll start with facts.
Oh, I'm all ears.
I'm gonna tell you. Shush. You do not necessarily love sweets. You don't have a sweet tooth. And you specifically do not like sweets with nuts. This specifically was a box of chocolates that had, she was like, oh, the pecan brittle is the best.
Right.
And I was excited. You don't like pecans.
I might have liked to try a bite.
It was really good.
I bet. I bet it was. And the rest of the box, because there were quite a few in that box.
Yeah, the rest of the box.
It was probably like a box of 24. It was a large box of chocolates.
We took that box home.
Yeah, I know.
And we put it on top of the piano, which is in the middle of the thoroughfare of our house. So every time I walked out or walked in, I was like, ooh, chocolate. And I would have myself a chocolate. And then pretty soon, that whole box was gone.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Wild.
I know.
So on a whim, I went, oh, yeah. I want to try some of that.
I don't know what happened.
Weird.
That box just mysteriously disappeared.
I don't think it mysterious. I know exactly the answer to the mystery.
What do you think?
You need some self-control and also to share.
No, there's no self-control at Christmas time. There's none. It's somebody it's not. Ever fault put it on the piano. Did you do that? Because then that's your fault.
No, the fault is in the person who opens the box and eats 21 chocolates before somebody gets to have one.
You're making it sound like it was all in one sitting. This was throughout days.
Throughout 2 days.
And no, it was longer than
3
that.
days.
No, it was a week. Bro, stop making me sound like a gluttonous pig.
I didn't say that. That was your own doing. Anyway, we got to wrap up the show.
Yeah, we do.
Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to try to find some chocolates and maybe I'll have some on my own sometime.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Sorry.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
I'll bring the chocolates.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Have a good day. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.